Yo, what's up, Will? How you doing? There will be no Sig tier list, bro. We know this. It will be F. All the cigarettes will be an F tier. I didn't even get set up, and you're automatically in the replies. Like, instantly, dude. Jesus. As soon as I hit the start stream button. Oh, you gotta add? Well, I'll repeat what I said. No, there will not be a Sig tier list anytime soon. But how you doing, Will? Thanks for dropping by. Vape flavor? There will be no vape flavor tier list, AZ. Come on, we know this, bro. There will be no tier list, and if there was, they would all be an F, because I do not smoke. But how you doing, AZ? You're breaking my heart, Star. How could you not give your fans what they rightfully deserve? If I made that tier list, they would all be an F, though. That's the thing, because I've never tried any. So I can't give an actual tier list if I've never had the cigarettes. What's up, Cowboy Turtle? How you doing? And what's up, Alpha? Sorry, 1 billion% smokes? Not true. It's not lies. I didn't even get to introduce myself in the stream. I'm already getting hit with where's the Sig tier list and where's the vape tier list. I'm doing good, AZ. Probably will not be doing good after I get done with this stream with Vora. But let me just get to his arena first, and then I'll break down why I'm here in the first place and what is gonna happen after I do my little testing. So yeah, we're almost there anyway, so I can probably start explaining in like a couple seconds. Alright, here we are. Let's get some ammo. You know what? I forgot to get ammo. That's fine. Alrighty. Chat, welcome to the stream. It's been a fat minute since I've done a Road to Vora stream. So we're back at it. And before we even go and attempt to farm a perfect B, or the one with the Malawan Tedior, I remember people suggesting this idea, and I thought it was a pretty silly idea initially, but the more I've thought about it and the more I've actually fought Vora, the more I realize that it's not really the worst method to at least try and see if it works. Because if this method works, then it would be really easy to replicate on my actual Maya, and I won't need to farm for the B shield, if that makes sense. So pretty much all we're realistically going to be doing differently is I'm going to be using some regular purple Tedior shields to regen my shield within a second. So once my shield gets that tick damage, I switch to the instant shield, let it recharge, and then switch back to the B, and it should be completely filled. And then I just do whatever damage I need to do. I have a Malawan Tedior, but the Malawan is the one down, so no immunity. Oh, damn, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I have, you've guys seen, I've gotten a couple Bs with the immunity, and unfortunately none of them were on level or the right immunity, so I could not use them. So yeah, let me just get my setup ready for this first attempt, and then we can see how the shield swap. I do have one that is with no resistance and one with a resistance to see if that is really important, because since we're not going to be holding onto the shield that long, I don't think it will, but just in case, I do have that. And other than that, yeah, we're just going to be doing the regular setup, I guess, to see if you can get the kill. Shield, what do you mean shield swapping is illegal? What makes shield swapping illegal? I don't see anything wrong with that technique. It's a legitimate method. And okay, that was a terrible first attempt. So I'm just gonna let him kill me. And we'll do a little reset. My bad, my bad. It's like lady fist swapping. Okay. But that's like grog swapping too. You shoot your gun and then you switch to the grog to get healing. So it's all the same mechanic. You can't say, oh, it's like lady fist swapping and then preemptively use grog swapping and stuff. So I think it's in the same bounds to be used, if that makes sense. What's up, Christian? How are you doing? Vora does suck, 100%. And Hurley, I can't kill Hurley. Hurley is too busted. And we're not getting the OP10 Krieg Vora kill until I get it on Maya. We're gonna get on Maya first, and then we'll do attempts on Krieg. Anyway. I said it's legal, probably not ethical. But it's the same as it's the same as grog swapping, because you're pretty much just switching to the grog to get the effects of the healing the same way you would switch to the lady fist to get the crit damage, in the same way you would switch the shield to get the recharge rate. It's all the same. It's all the same. So if people find it perfectly justified to do heal swapping with the grog, the lady fist is perfectly fine. And is flacker swapping legal? I'll actually explain the difference between those two. But first, let me go to what Cowboy Turtle was saying. Who would win Jetstream, Sam or Zero? If I had to be honest, I don't. Jetstream Sam is not coming to my head right now. Jetstream Sam. The name sounds very familiar. Oh, it's fucking Metal Gear. Yeah, no, I think Zero would whoop him. I think Zero would whoop him, no lie. Some are game X points, not glitches or other bullshit. Okay, let me explain the difference between flacker habbing and pimper habbing and regular weapon swapping. So the difference is that the flacker takes the damage. It takes unintended damage from the launcher. It is not meant to take that damage. There's like, how do I explain this in a better way? So let's say you have a green sniper, right? And it has grip bonus. If you switch to that green sniper, you will get that crit bonus. No matter what type of gun it is that you swap to, that mechanic is translatable, right? Now, for healing weapons, it's the same thing. If you shoot a healing weapon, or you shoot a weapon and then switch to a healing weapon, you'll get that healing back, right? So all different types of healing weapons work. So it's not exclusive to Grog, or any other, like, well, it is exclusive to Moxie weapons because those are the only ones that heal. But it's not exclusive to a manufacturer. With Flacker Hab, it has to be a Torg rocket launcher, and something in the code allows the damage to transfer to the pellets, which should not happen with any other gun. It's a weird combination, and I feel like that would make it different from switching from the Lady Fist and switching from the Grog. I probably didn't explain it that well, but I think there's a clear, I believe there's a clear difference between like a Flacker Hab or a Pimpernel or Pimper Hab compared to like a Ladyfish swap or a Grog swap. Grog is in need of healing. The Ruby will be more than enough because you're not health stacking. No. No. For raid bosses, no. Mobbing, you don't even need like a Ruby, Grog, or any type of Moxie weapon to begin with. But for raid bossing, yeah. Honestly, my money's on Sam. Blocks bullets, explosive resistance, and he's definitely a better swordsman than Zero. But does he have emoticons, though? Does he have emoticons? Come on now. And yes, the flacker is pretty good. I do like using the flacker. Anyway, let's actually test the theory out. I've been yapping for way too long. Beautiful. Give me Northfleet. Oh, you know what? That is true. You know what? These are two great counterpoints. These are two great counterpoints, now that you mention it. I might have to reconsider. Oh, and that was beautiful. Okay. So, what he's gonna do is Nova, right? So we'll wait for the ticket damage to happen. Right? And then we switch to the Tedior. Then oh, what the fuck? Okay, it just didn't recharge. Okay. And Raiden steals it from him. That is true. Death counter too. I'm not really. I don't really care about the death counter right now because I just want to see if this actually like works. You know. So that was odd. This strat seems cooked. It does seem cooked. So whoever told me that they switched their shield to have it regen, they fucking capped so hard, and they actually haven't beat Vora legit. Unless I just completely did it wrong, which is always a possibility. But oh. I forgot to switch back to the Amigo Sincero. Cashy does that? Like, no, it works in combat. Like, I'll show you guys. Hold on. Like, oh, I wasn't even wearing the B shield in the first place. So let's say I strip my shield with the Chain Lightning. I switch to the shield, and it's instantly recharged. And then I switch back to the B shield, and now it's fully charged. So we all saw that it worked right there. So why didn't it work earlier? That's my question now. He did once against Terra, I think. I can't remember. Oh, okay. I'm not denying that the mechanic doesn't work, because clearly, as we just saw by the example, it does work. But I don't know why it didn't proc during the fight. I don't know. My shield broke. Okay, we got the kill. That doesn't matter. Nice. Whoa, whoa, hey there, bucko. We have no rocket launcher ammo, I just realized. And we're dead. Fuck me, man. I can't even get to the point where I can test the fucking method because I'm throwing. I'm feeding. The shield gets camera shot? Okay, you know what? That's probably what it is. That's actually such a true point, AZ. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, let me go buy some rocket launcher ammo because I don't even have that to even get past the fucking part. Like, I'm literally feeding right now. What will we sell? We'll sell the... What will we not use? Probably the shock conference call, if I had to take a guess, or the bitch. So we'll just sell those two. The shield is trying to make you look even worse at the game. This is so true. No worries, Carboy Turtle. No worries. Have fun watching that. What is it? Hitman Absolute. I've never played Hitman, so I would have no idea how good the game is, but have fun watching that. Maybe the strat just doesn't work. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Bora, can you move your fat ass away from the fucking chief, dude? You cocksucker, dude. You asshole, man. Where is my North Fleet? Oh, it's good? Okay, well, that's good to know. Okay. We'll run around a bit. Oh, that was fantastic. That was fantastic. Okay, he's gonna Nova, right? Nice, there we go. So once we see the tick. Okay, so that's the tick. That means the shield's down. Technically. We go to instant shield. Right? And then go back to the B. And we're good. Oh, there we go. There we go. No, it works. It works. I'm slow. For showing off the dumpy, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, so B shield broke. You go instant shield. Move. Switch back to the B shield. Okay, that actually worked. I think I just messed it up before, and I messed that up. Okay. Should have swapped it instantly. I think I have to tab out, though, for the effect to happen, of course. So, okay, well, we know that strat works, I guess. Can we get, like, an efficient flow with it, maybe? See how that works? What's up, Whammer? How are you doing? Oh, yeah, we're still trying to get him killed, but we're doing it legit with legit farmed gear. This is a game save, and I'm just testing an idea out with using the TDR shield to recharge my shield, so I don't have to go and farm a perfect B. So we'll see. Okay, that's perfect. Just get the B, but the B is so hard, man. Plus, I wanna eventually make a guide of how to beat all the raid bosses before Borderlands 4 comes out, and telling people, oh yeah, you have to legitimately farm a TDR Malo unparted B is not the most realistic thing in the world. So I would, okay, I'm fucking dead anyway. It doesn't even matter. Dude, I literally just can't even test the method. Whatever, whatever, dude. Get on the legit Maya. Oh, I'm still here on dragons. There you go, respec. That's what I'm saying, Will. That strat worked for me as well. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Boom. Ward. Kinetic. Or 1 point there. 4, 1, 5, 5, 5. There you go. And then we'll do Banshee for now because we gotta run out of here. Honestly, do you think Vor OP10 is possible without using any strats, glitches, or other stuff like shield swap or pimper help? Yeah, no, it's possible. It's just it's really, really hard to get the legitimate gear to do it. So I'm trying to figure out a way that seems somewhat legitimate without needing to farm for the really hard item. I'll probably still end up doing the bee farm just to get it for more consistency. I'm going the wrong way. For more consistency, but for the general population, they might not have the facilities to... Where the fuck am I going? I forget how to traverse this map sometimes. But they might not have the facilities to actually farm for that item. So, trying to find good alternative ways might be better. You don't need a perfect bee, it just helps a lot. No, you do, because I need the recharge rate. You don't have enough recharge rate to do it if you have any other bee. You need the TDR part on the bee. Or at least, the one I have, and I haven't gotten a better recharge rate than this, is 7.28. That's not enough time. By the time the shield recharges, I'll barely get 2 bullets out before he does Nova again. So I'll effectively have no damage output the entire fight, and I'll just get destroyed. And we have a stream showing that off, actually. So, that is very improbable to do. So I do need a better bee shield for sure. Now, we don't need double Malawan, but we need that TDR part so the recharge rate is way faster and damage can actually, you know, be done. It makes a 30-minute kill to a 20-minute kill. No, it makes a, like an hour kill to a 20-minute kill. And once you reach 20 minutes, that shit takes a fat minute. That shit takes a fat minute to do. So I don't think it's reasonable to have the endurance to do the fight for. You won't even actually have the ammo, pistol ammo or any ammo to do it for an hour. So perfect B. That is a D, not a B. There we go. And then how many runs were we on? I don't even remember. It's actually been so long. Edit. I gotta take a look real quick. It's not your fault Gearbox balanced BL2 around perfect gear and then fucked up the hardest boss on top of that. No, you didn't need perfect gear for regular Vora. That wasn't that necessary. And for the majority of bosses, you don't need perfect gear. It's only this version of Vora. Like right now, you can fight, or at least for me, I fought Hyperius, Pete, Dragons, pretty much all the raid bosses using imperfect gear. And not even using the perfect Sandhawk that I legitimately got. I got one flying with Bandit Grip. That's the one I primarily used for a really long time until I got my perfect Sandhawk. This fight still takes a while on cell. Not doing pimp burn, but you need the interfacer. I don't need the interfacer, not really. Just use the cradle and use the cradle and inshallah. This is so true. I think I'm actually at 16 or 2600 if I'm not mistaken. That was the run counter. Yeah, 2601. There we go. Boom. Fix that up. You did. Compared to BL1 pre-sec, BL3 matching grip, correct elements, and high tier shield parts have been requirements for Vora since OP8. Maybe for Vora. I could be wrong on Vora. You're probably right on that, Rammer. So I'm not even gonna argue that. For Vora, I'm just gonna accept the loss on that and say, yeah, I was wrong. But for all the other raid bosses, you don't need perfect gear. It's only Vora, which is just fucked up. Let me get my gear ready for this. Yeah. SMG Bandit grip for damage. Yeah, but the reload is really, really ass on it. If the boss has double HP, just use a glitch, brother, please. Nope. Nope, we're not doing the glitch. We're doing it legit. Hey, what's up, Garner? How are you doing? Yeah, the amount of runs is kind of crazy. That's all I mean. The interface is kind of necessary if you actually want to deal damage quickly with a shotgun. No, not necessarily. Like you got some choices to go for shotguns. Obviously, like if you're not talking about Jacob shotguns, then maybe yeah, but still, I think you can make like a conference call work pretty well. $89. I didn't even read that one. My bad, Whammer. 89 runs till you get the Nemvator. It would be really funny if someone like me or like Spyrite or someone who doesn't normally play Borderlands 1 farms Craw and gets the Nemvator. That would be funny as fuck. Like before Fishman gets it, that would be pretty funny. I have killed 4 glitchless perfect gear and glitched legit gear, never both, and the other 2 were hard enough. I couldn't wish this on anyone. Nah, we do it in 8. We do it in 8. We do it in 8. I'll be the one who ends it all. Unfortunately, I do not have footage of me getting the fire Sandhawk, like the perfect fire Sandhawk. I do have a Steam image of me getting it from a mission because I got it on my accident. So that's my only proof of it being legit, and that's the only reason why I'm using it in the first place. Because I do have the proof to show you guys, and obviously I know I got the drop from Scarlet. So that's the only reason I use it. But the B shield, I still need to get a perfect version. No joke, my legit Vora kill with Melee 0 was literally the hardest thing I've ever done in gaming. Dude, I've played so many games, I've done so many hard-ass difficulties, and Vora is probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life, and I still haven't even beat it to this day. To this day, I still have not beat it. Manifesting torque capacitor with fucking bandit battery? Bro, you're just evil, bro. You devious. You devious. Also, I forgot who asked. Someone asked, why not trees? Why not forests? Okay, over 9,000. If you're still here. The reason we don't do trees is, one, on PC it's so much faster to just go and run straight to Hunter Hellquest and kill him than going through the section and waiting for both trees to spawn. It's way faster to get 2 kills doing the save and quit method than going and doing one run of the trees. Second of all, there's just some other farms I can do. Like there's like I can get the occasional tubby over here, or I can get some midgets on the left and right. But for the most part, it's mostly that it is actually the faster method. The worst Vora fight I've ever done was glitchless axe in 42 minutes, every ammo type, hundreds of attempts. Yeah, dude, no, it's fucking ridiculous. The fact they nerfed the double HP, pretty much nerfed Axon's raid bossing ability is so fucking sad. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, but that's Bandit. Damn you, Alpha. And it's OP9. That's so fucking ass. That is so ass. I might try Garnet, but I might end up pulling. Yeah, you'll probably pull out your hair. 100%. Yeah, Hunter Hellquest is the way to go for sure. What if I told you I've gotten the exact beat you're looking for twice from trees? Okay, but that's solely anecdotal evidence, and it doesn't translate to the actual perfect beat dropping. The current B I have right now, my best B I've ever gotten on this character, I got it from Hunter Elquest. So, it's not the best example. I lost that a long time ago, fighting Melania. Oh, dude, I got Elden Ring a year ago at this point, over a year ago, and I still haven't touched it. I played Night Rain, Elden Ring Night Rain. I beat Dark Souls 3. Well, I did that before I bought Elden Ring, but still. I still haven't touched that game. I need to probably try to start that up before Borderlands 4. Probably what I gotta do. The method Sora does is faster. I actually don't know about it until I saw him do it. Yeah, no, this is... Especially on Maya with the, with Breakneck Banshee. Like, it's just the way faster setup. Also, what's up, Elite Archer? And what's up, Chimera? How you doing? Thanks for dropping by. I'm just trying to catch up on chats. I apologize. Do you know why Hellfire don't upload anything for 2 months? I assume he's just taking a little hiatus. And he'll be back soon, I think. I don't know. For sure. I tried to do some mobbing through the Badlands Firestone with the Torx spotter and immediately greeted by 4 rabbit skags. Rabbit skags aren't too bad. They are annoying, don't get me wrong, but they're not like the worst thing in the world. Compared to some of the DLC enemies, bro, like, those are like the worst. Last I talked to Hellfire, he was just living his life working a lot. Yep. 4 with kill skill stack Maya is still a pain in the ass. Yep, it is. Because most of her kill skills aren't like damage wise. It's pretty much just for the lifesteal. And that's really it. Nothing to help manage the ammo or anything. Personally, beating Vora with melee wasn't even comparable to Melania. Maybe 100 times harder. Like, dude. At least with Elden Ring, the game is fair. At least the game is fair. That's pretty much it. So I already did one video of Elden Ring and dipped. Yeah, because it didn't really get a lot of views and stuff, so I understand that. Plus, you know, it's kind of the same with me. Like, I don't really post anything that's not Borderlands related because I know it's not going to do well. Even the streams, I do the one-off streams occasionally with friends or other people. And they might not do the best, but I do have a fun time, and you guys come and show some support. But if I made that into a video, it would not do well at all based on my algorithm. Not to discourage you, but yeah, pretty much got it, yeah. Or you're literally a true Borderlands fan. I respect those that farm like this. I mean, to be fair, Elite Archer, it has been a fat minute since I've done these farms. A fat minute. So, it might not be as admirable as it was before when I was consistently doing it. Does Hellfire dislike his fans? No, he doesn't. It's the opposite. It's just it's just stuff with Take-Two and all that stuff. I'm not gonna get into it, but that's pretty much the reason I think he's taking the hiatus. So I'm awful at Elden Ring, having a difficult time with bosses. That's what I get for playing 3 different games at a time. Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's not good. you gotta like pretty much like dedicate all your time to the Souls game. For me, like Dark Souls 3, I spent so much time playing that game to actually like get like to be like passable at it. But you know, it takes time. Oh, fucking Jimmy, dude, get your ass on somewhere, boy. Get your ass on somewhere. I talked about this a while ago. OP level difficulty is fine, and the DLC enemies difficulty though, design is fine. But together they make it shit. Yes, that makes sense. I agree with that. Cause like in UVHM, the DLC enemies aren't too bad, but once you enter OP levels, the DLC enemies are too complex and too complicated to deal with sometimes, and they add too much into the battlefield. So I do agree with that, Whammer. I think that's the best way to phrase it. Although shout outs to Mesmer, the all-time great boss fight I've ever fought. Nameless King, man. People forget, man. Nameless King. He's the grandfather of Elden Ring. Nah, but I actually... Obviously, I haven't played Elden Ring yet. Or any of the other Souls games. But my favorite boss so far is Nameless King. I love his fight so much. Ooh, Tubby. What did we get? Is that an accent comp? Of course it is. Absolute fucking dookie trash. Beat Vor with melee gauge without anarchy. That's something you gotta ask Sarah Lotus to do. That is not in my playbook. The snake dude, best of luck. Sorry, I can't say about one of the... Thank you so much for dropping by, Garnet, and no worries. There you go, sorry, the flying dragon. Fierce, I want to test... Dude, Nameless King is so peak, bro. Like, I don't even want to hear it. Nameless King is so fucking peak as a boss fight. Like, motherfucker has so much aura. His fucking mechanics are fun as hell to fight. And, like, both times that I've played through the story, I've done it near the end. So, like, I'm all geared up and stuff. And then made the fight, like, 10,000 times better. Like, it's awesome. Yo, what's up, boss man? How you doing? Dude, I can't... I've actually had in practice Vor get stuck on the wall one time. And I was so happy. And then I literally died in the dumbest way possible. Like, it was awful. He is peak, still mogged. Well, I can't even argue the point because I haven't even fought the boss. So I guess that's another win to Whammer today. 0-2 for myself. Maybe 0-3 in general because of how the fucking Vora tech has been going, or my Bisho luck is gonna be going. Is the guy not gonna jump down? Can the guy jump down, please? Okay, that was really weird. I've been wanting to do this as well, boss man. It's been a fat minute, and I actually want to try to get War done before Borderlands 4, but I think it's going to be pretty unlikely at the rate we're going, so we'll see. Dude, that would be so awesome. And based on like the promotional material and of course the showcase in Los Angeles, the bosses look pretty good. And those are the regular ones. Imagine the raid bosses. The raid bosses would be sick as hell. And what's up, Orion? How you doing? It's like the Lord of the Rings Return of the King is peak, but watching it with live orchestra was next level, you feel? I understand that, but I've never watched Lord of the Rings, so I wouldn't know. Any good bees yet? No. Actually, no. The first bee we got had an alkaline part, but then it was OP9, and then it had bandit. But right now, we're kind of just getting, like, doo-doo, like, double Vlad off and stuff like that, so... No, once Borderlands 4 comes out, I don't know if I'll be touching Borderlands 2. Again, if Borderlands 4 is ass, then you'll see me back in BL2, don't worry. Stop the stream. Never watched Lord of the Rings. We are boycotting you. Okay, dude. I don't watch movies, bro. I don't watch movies at all. Like, the amount of movies, I can probably count the amount of movies I watched on, like, my hand. Like, I don't watch movies, dude. Teeter or Vlad, bro. Why couldn't that be Malawan on the top with alkaline resistance, bro? Like, come on. You have 9 hours of homework. Dude, I have other actual homework I gotta do, bro. Sarah is ultra banned for not watching Lord of the Rings. Okay. You're right, I haven't seen The Matrix. You're absolutely right. Unfortunately, I haven't seen The Matrix. Obviously, I know what The Matrix is. And I know the general idea of it, but I haven't watched the movie. Again, a lot of things I haven't watched. I don't know, I will say, oh, maybe I'll go watch it, but I know my ass is not going to watch it. Hold on 1 second. Hey, what's up, Sarah Lotus, if I didn't say that already? Sorry, this is the stream when I found you. Oh yeah, that's true. A lot of people actually came, or at least the people that watch my streams. They came from this series. I think The Matrix is like 1990 something. If like early 1990s. I could be completely wrong on that. I don't know. Unrelated, you down for Borderlands creator Among Us if I hit a sub goal? I'm down for whatever, Whammer. I just like working with you guys, so whatever it is, I'm down. I mean, I'm relatively like not picky with the things we do. So if you want me to do Among Us, I am down. But the only thing I ask is it's at a reasonable time. Because, like, pretty much, like, the only time I'm relatively free now is, like, weekends and then after 5 p.m. CST time. So, Sarah will kill OP10 Vora with melee. Yep. You tell him. You tell him. Yeah, you weren't even a thought. Yep. Yeah, but I'm down, Whammer. I'm always down. Just let me know date and time, and then I'll make adjustments if needed. Or if you work around me, obviously I'll be there. So. I would say Lethal Company or a different co-op slop game, but the amount of rage that would come out of me would be fucking absolutely vile. Cause holy fuck, bro. Dude, I don't even want to talk about my Lethal Company rage, bro. Cause I swear to God, the people I've played with, at least recently, run like 50 million different types of mods, and then the maps are so fucked up, and then they do the most dumb decisions to purposely clip farm, and it pisses me off so much, man. It actually infuriates me so much. And honestly, it's the main reason I have fucking disdain for that game. But yeah, not gonna lie, I've been on vacation. Oh, nice. Let's get to your boss, man. This is assuming random hero can afford whatever I set that goal for. So pretty much the goal is gonna happen. That's all you had to say. 42C. That's pretty hot. Yeah, over here where I'm at, it was like around like 90s for a good chunk of the day. I think it still is. But yeah, Fahrenheit, not Celsius, of course. Be sure then it's fucking absolute booty cheeks. Absolute booty cheeks. You need to do a stream of you just ready. Well, that's gonna be the Overwatch stream. That's gonna be the Overwatch stream. When I do the Overwatch stream, I'll probably have some friends, and depending who I have on the stream, it'll either be comp or quick play. Because one of the friends I was thinking of doing with doesn't want to do comp, yet, so that won't be an option. But if I do it with other people, then yeah, we'll be doing comp, and you're gonna see some baby rage, 100%, 1000%. Back to Modern Warfare 2. I've never played Modern Warfare 2. The only COD games I've played were pretty much like the Black Ops games. Oh, that's so true, Easy. You know what, Whammer? I used to believe that. I played Overwatch since day one, and then when Rivals came out, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the Overwatch killer. Then, like, Overwatch, like, fixed so much shit. Added hero bans, added 6v6 back, added the perk system that allows your character to pretty much change as the game goes on. Map picking. Like, they did a lot of good changes recently that has actually made the game enjoyable, and the complete opposite has been happening with Rivals. Because Rivals is absolute fucking slop, and the only thing that's keeping the game alive is the Gooner bait. And I swear to God, that's the only thing. Because the actual game is fucking complete booty cheeks. It's going through the same issues Overwatch used to have, but now, while Overwatch is trying to re-enter its peak. So right now, I'd easily say that Overwatch is better than Marvel Rivals. Like, right now, 100%. Yeah, I never played Modern Warfare 2. I've only played, like, the Black Ops games. I played Ghost. I played, yeah, I didn't really play a lot. Obviously Warzone, but that's, like, different. That's, like, its own thing. Competition drives innovation. It's true. And with that competition, Overwatch became better, and Marvel Rivals is fucking ass. I'll tell you that much. You never experienced peak racism, noob tubing, and 360 sniping? Well, when I was playing COD, I didn't have a PlayStation Plus or whatever to play online, so it was always like it was always bot lobbies with my brothers, or we would just 1v1 together. So I never, even if I did have the game, I don't think I would have experienced it. I have AZ. The best map is Terminal with the invention. There we go. Just killed Vora. He dropped doo-doo fart. Yeah, and I also just hate that you have such a god tier Seraph on one hand for Vora, and then on the other you have like one of the most doo-doo dog shit ass fucking drops of all time in the Hawkeye. Like, it's terrible. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Triple O is actually way better than Vora. Especially if you can get the thing where he drops Vora's Seraph drops. Then he is just a way better farm. I would rather farm Triple O than farm Voracidous. Like, fighting Voracidous is fucking ridiculous, man. Technically, you can get it through, I just said it, Triple O. You can get it through Triple O, but it is, there is a process. I don't know how to do the process. And TX made a short and said there is a specific process, but then he never explained that process, and he was like, oh, I'll make a follow-up short, and then he never made the follow-up short. So I genuinely have no idea how to consistently farm it to where he drops as the Vor Seraph drops. But it can happen. It can happen for sure. Triple O? I don't know. I don't think he is. He's like really easy. I think he's just a respawn, but maybe he is. I don't know. I agree, Alpha, 100%. Dexy doesn't drop the Seraphs, though, no? He doesn't drop the Seraphs. Because I swear to God, if they gave Dexy the Seraph drops too, that would actually elevate Dexy up in the raid boss tier list, 100%, 1000%. Because it's not a hard kill, it is a little bit annoying, but at least it's a better farming method to get the interfacer than fighting Voracidous. So you travel to Cradleaxe Crag and then spawn him wherever you want. So you have to do it on that map in specific. And it's bullshit combined with Triple O. Oh, and go. Oh, okay. Do I have to activate the gate or do I just have to enter the map? Okay, exactly though, Alpha. It's not like the 1 and 2. It's not a 50% chance. That's what I more meant for Dexy. Yeah, it is 150. Like it is 100 crystal meth rocks, and obviously 1 in 200 chance is fucking terrible for the Seraphs. But if they made it a 1 in 2, I would pay 100 iridium and fight Dexy, then go and fight Voracidous. 100%, 1000%. Just enter the map. If that's the case, then that might be something I'll look into. Like, that is actually really good. That is really, really good. Plus, then you have the chance to get the Twister as well. And the Twister is, the Twister. It's awesome. I love the Twister. I guess it's because I'm a Sal main. It's just easier to fight Bora. Yeah, plus it's easier to do glitch methods too with Pimper having. Like, it's just easier to do that. Other characters, the glitch methods aren't as consistent. Nah, I mean, the thing is, boss man, I think I'm actually still in like good luck territory. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm still, like, within that region of good luck territory. So, it's not too bad. Sure, it's going to take forever to get the drop, but I'm still technically, like, in that region of it not being bad luck. I might be called a bitch, but I use the UCP for Vora and Hyperius. That's fine. Hyperius... I don't think Hyperius is too bad. It depends what character you play. Because I think pretty much on every character there's a relatively easy method to deal with Hyperius. And it's like the same process. You just do... Is that double TDR or it's double TDR? You just do Lady Fist all the robots and then heal off of Hyperius when he does his Novas. And then you just run around the map and shoot it with the Sandhawk and B. Like, that's pretty consistent method that works all the time. The interfacer still only has 1 in 27 chance of each element. Yeah, dude. Don't even mention the RNG elements of farming for the interfacer. So not only do you have to kill Voracidous, but then you have to be lucky to get a 50-50 chance of getting the actual interfacer. And then you gotta hope you get all the right parts. Like, that farm is ridiculous. Give me, okay, Marcus, come on now. What are we saying? What are we saying, boss? What about my performance, boss man? No, you know what? Let me actually talk about that. Let me talk about that real quick. Motherfucker edited so much of my performance, bro. I swear to God. I was doing crazy work. I was rezzing these motherfuckers. I was doing great damage, but he only showed the... Anytime he went to my POV, it was either me missing or me dying, bro. I swear, I still have the footage on my computer. I still have the footage, I believe. Unedited, everything. I'm not that chopped. Cashew just made me look bad on purpose. And that's a fact. My luck with the antagonist glitch is awful, too. It's a little hard to get, but I think if you have more FPS, the more FPS you have, the easier it is to get the reflect kill. And I also recommend using like the Slaga or a Tatler, like the Bandit SMGs. It's high pellet count and fast fire rate. You get a lot of, it makes it a lot easier. It's pretty much like your mini chopper that you can use. I'm not even talking over glitches like Pimper Burn. Just want to wear an alkaline turtle shield and hold the grog to your left hand at all times and your damage weapon in your right. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It will take a bit though. Thank you, beautiful. Oh man, dude. That shit was so fucking funny, man. You have no idea. The part where Cashew said that I was laughing for, what was it, 30 minutes straight? That is actually an accurate statement. I could not stop laughing. It was fucking so funny. He made you look chopped as fuck. I don't know why he made me look so bad, bro. Cause like I didn't do that bad. Like I was doing great. He just kept on showing me going down and dying, bro, on purpose. And even some points where he switches to the POV of the guy killing him, you see that they don't proc the kill skill. Because it was me. I was the motherfucker who proc the kill skill. But it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Fish was feeling himself, though. Yeah, 100%. A Vora kill like that on cell should take 20 minutes. Yeah, 100%. It was disappointing that y'all didn't... Why would we do that? Come on now. That's ridiculous, Marcus. Come on. I mean, I think the video is doing relatively fine, like right now. If I take a quick gander. I'll pull up on my phone. 1 second, guys. You're gonna hear me yap. Uh, 16K in 3 days? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, it might age like a little bit more gracefully than now, but still 16K in 3 days is not bad at all. Ooh. Aw. I was happy for a split second. There should have been 2 Mayas. You know, the reason I didn't play Maya, because I was like, you know what? I do so much Maya stuff. Let me play someone that is not Maya. And that's why I did Salvador. Now, you can... Let's actually backtrack a second. You can blame me for my performance. But Cashew was using the legendary Siren the whole time, dude. That's not the comm you use. Even if you're not using SMGs on Maya, you never use the Siren unless, like, you're specifically needing it for the cooldown rate. And even then, it doesn't help too much with the cooldown rate. The cat is perfectly fine if you spec fully into Quicken. You do cat because it boosts Mind's Eye, which is crit damage, Wreck for fire rate and gun damage, Reaper for more gun damage above a certain health threshold. Like, it just gives you all the damage skills. And even if you want, you could pick up Accelerate as well. You would say that, Sarah Lotus, but he switched to the Blurred Trickster. So it wasn't for the cooldown rate, it was for the damage output. So even then, it's still theoretically wrong. But I digress. Point is, I was made to look bad, and I should have played Maya. That's what it clearly is. No, that's the one thing that makes the chopper bad alpha. It's just the ammo consumption. And Actually, I'm gonna retract what I said. It can't do good damage if it needs to use so much ammo. Like, it does decent or serviceable damage because of the the DPS it does, like the damage per second. But its actual raw damage is kinda ass. And especially for the trade-off of wasting so much ammo, like, Chopper's kinda doo-doo. When you think about it like that. There are a lot of better alternatives than the Chopper. But it is funny for reflect kills, though. I will say that. Binder is okay. You get the cooldown rate and you get boost to Reaper. But just having Mind's Eye for the critical hit damage is just so much better than not having that extra 10 point or 5 points into there. Siren is goated calm, is you don't have Quicken. I've done Digipeak with it. But yeah, that's the thing. Why would you... It's so... With the level increase, right? With the level increase, you can pick up Quicken. And you can pick up Life Tap to get the healing. And you got all your fucking skills over here that do crazy damage. Like... You have so many skill points on Maya to optimize your damage that you can literally have a wasted point and put it into res like I do. I always run res on my Maya builds, even though I'm playing solo for the majority of the time. I just make it so I don't have to respec when I'm playing co-op. And my builds absolutely destroy OP10 easily. In theory, it is, yeah. For the Chopper, 100%. I mean, that is true. He did beat the game with the Chopper. I'm not saying it's like the most doo-doo weapon of all time, but for what it's worth, there's just so many better alternatives. Like, you waste so much money. You waste so much ammo. Like, it's not that... good to use in normal play. And the Lead Storm, yes, the Lead Storm is way better. It has great fire rate, and it does great damage. I would always put the points into recompense. See, the only issue with Maya's middle tree is like once you get past Mind's Eye, Street Release, and Wreck. The other skills are kinda bad. Like, if you really want to, you could take the 2 points from Sustenance and put them into Elated. But since I'm not using Subsequence at all, I'm not really going to get too much benefit from using Elated constantly. So I just put 2 points Elated, 2 points Sustenance, and then Life Tap. That's the one skill I need for healing. So that's what I do. Scorn is a pretty good skill. I usually don't like using Scorn for the most part. For my main builds, I usually don't. But it is a good skill. 100%. And like you said earlier, you can just move the points from Quicken and you allocate them to the middle tree to pick up Scorn. And that's all you have to do there. So... And then you pick up the Siren Comp for the extra cooldown rate. And then bada bing, bada boom. Or you don't put points into Fleet, but I just like having Fleet so I don't have to respec every like 2 seconds for doing runs like this, for example. Oh, Pyrophobia. Nice. I don't have a dedicated slag weapon with Maya, so it comes in handy. Usually, Maya has so much sustain that I don't even use the Grog in normal play for mobbing or anything. I usually use the slag. In fact, I think the only reason I have the Grog equipped now is because I was fighting dragons, and for raid bossing I use it. But 9 times out of 10, I'm using the Slaga. 9 times out of 10, I'm using the Slaga. and it works like a charm. Plus, also, Ruin is so good. When you have Ruin, and then you have Converge. Group everyone up. Have a chance to slag the enemies below, but obviously slag the person in the phase lock. Kill them. Then get the cooldown back from Quicken, and you get to use your phase lock so consistently. That's just the best setup, in my personal opinion. Ruin is a fantastic capstone. I love Ruin. Maya unironically has really good capstones. Even Thought Lock is pretty good. Like in the traditional sense, for like the majority of builds, you don't want to use Thought Lock, but for the special, like the special case scenarios, it makes life a lot easier. Like fighting the dragons, you spec into Thought Lock, and you phase lock one of the mini dragons in that arena. All the dragons aggro on that guy, and they focus him. And you can just pretty much run around without taking any type of damage. It's awesome. So, even though Thought Lock is not good for like the traditional sense, there's definitely some good uses you can do with it. And then a little bit of a self-glaze over here, but also using like the Landscaper or the Logan's gun. Usually you can't use those guns on Maya because, well, the enemy's like phase locked in the sky. But with Thought Lock, it keeps them on the ground, and you can shoot the Landscaper and Logan's gun at the ground and do damage. So, like, it allows Maya to use weapons that are primarily meant to be shot at the ground or at someone's feet more consistently. Okay, yeah, nothing over there. But everything just flew. I have a friend that played during the 100k loot hunt and got a grog, and he nuked it. Bro, what do you mean he nuked it? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's terrible. That is perfectly fair. That is perfectly fair. It is a little bit situational. But you can easily make builds, like mobbing builds, that work really well with Thought Lock. Bossing, not so much. That one is a lot more situational, but still. Sorry, I must confess, my grog is gibbed. What's up, Ev? So how do you say your name? Is it just Evan, like that? Perfectly fine? Hopefully I'm saying it right. But yeah, what's up, Evan? How you doing? And that's perfectly fine. If you want to use a gibbed grog, that's fine. Evan? Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. If you want to play with gibbed items, that's perfectly fine. The only time I have an issue with someone using gibbed items is if they go and they try to flex stuff with those said items that they did not get legitimately. That's like the only thing, you know. But if you like playing with gibbed, that's perfectly fine. I had someone drop me a matching grip bladed OP10 grog. I'm not ashamed. Hey, just close your eyes, look the other way. They're showing chat. I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. So I'm just gonna pause real quick. I'm gonna put on this copyright jazz. Where art thou? Or copyright free jazz. Copyright free jazz music. There we go. Let me put this down a little bit. Alrighty, chat. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. It's not a smoke break, bro. Oh, Tubby. I was just taking a poo. Alright, what did we get? Absolute nothing. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean by that, Will? What do you mean by that? Oh, ha 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 ha. That's funny. That's funny. That's hilarious. I wish you could see face cam right now because I'm ear to ear smiling right now. Got him. Got him. I'll see myself out. No, you don't have to. It's fine. Stop the madness. For real, stop the madness.
Throwing grenade.
Okay. Alright, Will. Alright. Relax yourself, brother. Relax yourself. Alright, devil's number. Lock it in. Sorry you should hit the gym. I used to. And then I had a shoulder injury, and then I got really lazy, and then never started it up again. And then actually I got busy, so even if I wanted to, it's a long story. But I'm not fat, so that's good.
I love my powers.
I'm relatively still lean. Not a lot of muscle like I used to have, but we're not fat, so that's all that matters. No, Shama, this is true. This is true. Who's Jim and why would Star hit him? This is true. Who is Jim?
Got something for ya.
And why should I hit him? You have to start working out your lungs. Okay. Alright.
Enough.
I mean, technically, yeah, I gotta do a little bit of cardio still. Heart and lung health. Even though I don't smoke, but mostly for the heart health. Yeah, no, usually I keep my hair pretty short. Like I just keep it really short on the sides. I leave a little bit in the front, just to have there. But for the most part, I don't have like long hair. Sometimes I grow it out a bit, but even then, it's like not even that crazy long. Oh, there we go. I do not have a low taper fade, unfortunately, which is a little depressing. Yeah, shorter hair is just way easier to maintain.
Stay still.
Way easier to maintain. That's not a bad thing, Izzy. That's not a bad thing at all.
Enough.
Every 3, that's a little long, don't you think, boss man? Like, why don't you at least like do it every year? The longer, the cuter, I'm told. Okay, but you don't want to look cute. You want to look handsome. It's fucking Jimmy. Get your ass out of here, bro. Get your bitch ass on somewhere, boy.
You won't enjoy this.
Jimmy, Fishman, and Shambles. I've gotten 2 so far on stream. You know what? In retrospect, or in hindsight, actually, in hindsight, I probably should have told Fishman to do the farm in the boneyard. Because this farm is so easy to get the drops you want, or the midgets. Until you spawn behind you, you have 2 trash cans, and they honestly spawn more than any other location I've done farms for. Plus, there's no enemies he has to deal with or anything like that. So, whoops. Sorry, Fishman. I pulled a huzz with my curly hair. My hair is straight. It doesn't have 1 inch of curl at all, so. If it's so easy, why are you on run 2,673? Well, I'm not farming for Jimmy's. John Marston. If I was farming for Jimmy's, I would be done. But right now, I'm farming for B.
Silence.
I assume that's what you're referring to for the easy part. I was talking about farming for midgets. Because farming for midgets, you literally just go behind here, trash can 1, ammo container 1, and then you get a midget. That's what I was calling easy. The bee farm, obviously, it's easy to repeat, but to actually endure going through all the different attempts, it's a lot harder, for sure.
Throwing grenade.
Okay. That's crazy. Bossman, are you going to take that? Will saying you do not pull, bro. I wouldn't take that if I were you. Imagine being able to save and quit in IRL. You know, that would be cool if I also had access to read only. If I had read only in real life as well, with the save and quit feature, then that would be perfectly fine. But I do not. So, yeah.
This will work.
It's literally all I would do is just back up or put my file on read only before any type of exam or anything important, and then obviously you just farm it until you get it done. Lies, okay. Trust me. Boss man pulls 100%. I don't know, man. It just sounds like you're challenging boss man. That's all it looks like. Was just playing my time at Sandrock. Been on it for 5 hours now. I don't even know what that game is.
Fire.
But I mean, you were challenging Boss Man inadvertently though, because you were saying anyone who uses the word gets no hose. And Boss Man was the one who used the word huz. So therefore, you were inadvertently insinuating you get no hose. And it's as simple as that. It's the bastardization of the English language. I mean, true, but like, there are so many other worse words that have come out of the English language recently. Mad Mon UVHM is, I heard, is the best XP farm. Yes and no. For the most part, yes. But the best farm that I usually like doing, if you have the proper setup, is to do McZafford. Because you spawn literally right next to them, and you can pretty much one-tap them pretty easily. And especially with Zero, he has a setup where you can use your clone and spec into Unforgiven. No, not Unforgiven. Unforeseen. Yeah, that's the name. Unforeseen. And it blows up. And that skill just scales with you. So pretty much, you don't have to farm anything with it on Zero. You just spawn in, shoot your clone out, get out of Deception, and then make dies. So, that would be the fastest farm. But Bama is also not that bad to do. You do have to do a little bit of farming outside of actual bad mod to get like fastballs to throw at him. Unfortunately, I'm axing. Actually, you know what? Mix still might be better with the fastball. You're right next to him still. Like, pretty much, like, the only time... Oh, I almost just saving cool without farming the bee. Whoops. Let me rephrase it. The Bama farm is good, but... if you're doing one life, it would be better because you're at a safe distance. But McZafford, you're right next to him. You can easily get him killed. And you're going to have the same thing with him as you do for... Bama, where you have to go and reform items anyway. So, I would suggest just doing McZafford. Plus, he drops the Maggie, which once you get to max level, can at least help you get some of the other items on UVHM. So, I XP farm Snowman usually because of the loot. Snowman's good, but I don't know, the recent times I've been going to the Snowman DLC, it's just been read-only chest farming. And then I never get out of read-only. So, yeah. Yes, Bossman, yes. I forgot to mention that point. I was going to end up mentioning it. But the only reason it's better on Krieg, because he has a skill called Pull the Pin. You pretty much just, you throw a grenade and jump off the map, and oh no, you just jump off the map. You throw a grenade and it kills. I forget how you do it specifically, but when Pull the Pin is active, it activates when you die. You get, I think, double XP, or you get more XP pretty much. So that's like the most efficient farm you could do on Krieg. I have a secret though. I use a cheat. It's a kill all cheat. Well, if you're doing a kill all cheat to get XP, might as well go big and do like dragons or Hyperius or a raid boss. Skyrocket's best for that. Yep, exactly. If you're using a kill all cheat to XP farm and not legitimately killing the farm you're doing, like Badmar or McZafford, you just go to like a raid boss and then do that. Or like Gee or something. Like, that's what I would suggest. I know the unironically, in UVHM, Salvador's best XP farm is fighting the dragons. That, like, the ancient dragons are probably the best farm for you to do XP wise if you're gonna just use a kill all cheat. Or if you're playing Salvador. Because Salvador, he can easily kill the dragons on UVHM with just the use of the Orphan Maker / Hydra and then a Grog. So, yeah. How many B shield drops? I don't know. Over 9,000. I don't know. Today, actually, you know what? Today has been a lot. I haven't even cracked 100 runs for today. And, like, we've gotten a lot. So, that is true. If you are just doing / kill to get the XP, it might as well be better to give yourself the levels. If you're doing that, that's a great point. Because you're kind of just doing extra steps just to be a cheater, I guess. And again, if you want to play like that, there's nothing wrong with doing that method. But you're just making it a lot harder for yourself. Damn, nothing. Whoa. Oh, so remember that challenge with no heal, health gate? I do remember. It's literally impossible to do that challenge because the raid bosses would one tap you without health gate.
Gotcha.
I just got a legendary rocket launcher from a regular stalker, 400k damage. Yeah, what launcher is it? Probably, if I had to take a guess, probably Bada Boom. Or no, it's probably a Torg. It's probably Nukem. If it's 400k flat. Once I've got a beast shield from Skeleton Pile and Flame Rock Refuge, that was awesome. Best drop, world drop I've gotten was a pearl from a skag pile. That was my best one. And my worst, or another cool drop I got from a skag pile was an Uncomb Herald while I was farming or I was leveling up my Krieg in Badlands. See, I've never gotten a pearl from a pot. That's pretty cool. Then again, I never went and farmed the pots outright. Oh, so I beat normal. Oh, okay, you did a normal. If you did a normal, that's not too outrageous. Like, that actually makes sense. I beat Knuckle Dragger. Yep.
Please stop. Good riddance.
Man, I wish I could get, like, a perfect Becca or something like that. I mean, I've gotten 2 perfect Sandhawks, but, like, I don't really see that as too special because it's a read-only farm. And read-only farms aren't too bad to do. Okay, there we go. Let me get in my position before he gets on phase lock. Okay. I'm playing like a bot right now. It just kind of happened. Yeah, I mean, that is usually how it happens. Like, for example, when I got my pearl from the pile, I wasn't farming piles either. So yeah, you know what? That is a great point. That is a great point that you mentioned. Sorry about that. I was texting someone real quick. I mean, TVHM will be a little bit harder. I think once you get into UVHM, that's when it's gonna be a pain with the health gate, 100%. Bro, is that one character from Overwatch and went backwards? What are you talking about? Oh, for the midget? I also reloaded prematurely. Whoops. That one Overwatch game, what, 12 going? No, it was just a friend I was messaging. I'm only level 60. If you're cheating or using slash kill, just give yourself to 80 at this point. That's the best thing I can tell you.
Stay still.
Boss man, don't even put that out into the world, bro. Don't even put that thought out into the world. That would be horrendous. Oh. I see what you're saying now, yeah. Yeah. No, that makes more sense now. I didn't understand what you were saying at first. That's even worse. That's even worse, John Marston. That's even worse. Because one is due to your negligence. The other is like you're just ass. And you weren't paying attention. Like. I don't know. Nothing. Yeah, Chad, if that wacky scenario ever happens, I'm just gonna give in the B at that point, because I would have literally gotten it, but then the game cucked me. Like, at that point, I would just give it in. That's happened on multiple times. I've gotten Malawan Tedior, and then it's OP9, and then it's Shock Resistance. Which is annoying, but not the end of the world. You know, those shields are pretty stinky, I will have to agree. At least, you know what? At least the shock one works. At least that one works. blast proof doesn't work. Not because... Okay, it's silly how it's actually coded. So, since the elemental resistance works only on the dot of the element, the explosive one doesn't work because there's no explosive dot. It's just instantaneous damage. So that's why the shield doesn't work. How it's supposed to work. Yeah. I remember you saying there was another way to get the kill for Vora. I don't remember. I thought you was gonna be. Oh. Yeah, you weren't here for that, boss man. Pretty much, we were just gonna substitute a. We're gonna use a Meteor shield to recharge it in like 1 second, then switch back to the B. That was pretty much the alternative method they were planning on using. But then I just kept on dying really in a terrible way, so I didn't even get to test the method. And I know other people mentioned it, but yeah, that's like the other method, I guess. Have you seen the Vex short? What, like the animated one? I've seen that. I've seen that one. Pretty much all of the promotional material Borderlands came out with, I've seen it, so I'm pretty caught up with that stuff. Oh, again, dude. And it's OP8. That is so trash. I think that was like the first B of the stream too. It was literally OP8 bandit bottom part. That's so unfortunate. Oh, how did the zero raid bossing? I was traveling at the time. Oh, it didn't go too well. For some reason, I couldn't kill dragons. I was getting like a lot of weird glitches and stuff and annoying things, like the dragons kept on removing my slag because like I think my antagonist would accidentally slag, or something like that. No, I wasn't even wearing the antagonist, but I would accidentally slag the boss, and the instant I slag them, they decide to land immediately. But when I shot them 20 times with the Amigo Sincero, they did not want to come down. So that happened a lot. There's one glitch where like 50 different minions from Brood spawned. Like, it was terrible. So I didn't even finish Dragons. I didn't even attempt Vora, because it was like 3 hours into the stream. And then the other bosses weren't too bad. Pete took a long time for absolutely no reason, other than I'm just ass at the game. But yeah. On Zero, they're supposed to be straightforward. Like, I've done it on Zero before, and it wasn't too bad. But for some reason, like, I just couldn't. You know what? Well, the thing is, I did Maya in 3 attempts. I did Maya in 3 attempts to kill the dragons. I couldn't even get, like, a good run going for... Excuse me. I didn't even get a good run for Zero, even though he has a lot easier of a time fighting dragons. There's a Claptrap Dialogue Volume Slider in BL4. I did see that. It's gimmicky, but you know what? It's funny. Things like that are funny to have in the game. So I'm not against it in any way, shape, or form. I did Boss Man. I think I did it first try on Zero. Like, it was really easy. But after watching Garnet fight Hater X, dude, I was like, fuck, man. I'm just ass at the game. I'm absolutely Duke. Oh, there's Blast Proof. And Bandit. And OP8. What's up with the fucking... What is this? Mon1 part, Bandit fucking bottom part, and then it's OP8. This is the 3rd one of the stream, bro. That's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah. For Claptrap, yeah, it is. Which I hate his voice, I'm gonna be honest. So maybe the claptrap dialogue option might be useful on repeat playthroughs. Unless they add dialogue skip, you know. People forget, man. Dialogue skip would be fucking awesome.
Please stop.
Oh, right at the perfect distance, too. That was nice. And it sounded like Trump.
Explosives!
I don't think the turkey boss is that much. I might be misremembering them. But it's not really that efficient of a form. Because you have to run all the way there, dude. What fucking mod did I accidentally... What the fuck is this? Oh! That controls like your character view model. That was that mod. Anyways. No, you know what? I don't even want that to happen, AZ. I want to just see the voice actor of Handsome Jack voicing him, but with Trump mannerisms. Hyperion, one of the best companies. One of the best. No one's better, especially Tedior. Fuck Tedior. Like, that would be awesome. I would love to see that. Obviously, I can't do a Handsome Jack voice, but, like, I can do the mannerisms of Trump at least. Maybe Pyro Pete. Dragons is your best bet. If you're gonna do slash kill, it's dragons. You gotta do that. Hey, kiddo. Donald Trump here. The President of America. Yeah, I'll probably do the same, boss man. I'll probably do the same. You know what? I did see a thing with Eamon. I feel like I can make a nasty Doomfist build, bro. He literally has the Doomfist. He literally has the Doomfist fucking skin, bro. Like where he's bald as fuck, and like he has like the fucking like arm that attaches the same way that Doomfist does. Like, I can 100% see myself making a video and naming it Albino Doomfist. Albino Doomfist as the fucking build title. And it'll just be focusing on Amon's punch, bro. Or Amon's punch, however you pronounce his fucking name. Amon makes more sense, but apparently it's Amon. Whatever. I don't know, that's the one thing I'm nervous for with Borderlands 4, is I think they added too many skill trees. Too many points. And too many skills. Because with so many points, dude, I feel like a lot of builds would be repeatable on different characters, and it doesn't make them feel as unique in a way. And I feel like that was an issue that was kind of happening in Borderlands 3, because a lot of characters could do like the same builds and have very similar effects. Like the melee builds, for some reason, worked on all characters, which was really, really goofy. And they had all really good like effectiveness. So like shit like that, I don't know. Albino Doomfist is wild. It is fucking wild as hell. But I mean, it works though. It literally works. Just went for a smoke, thanks. Sorry. Okay. Whatever, Will. Whatever. Whatever you say, bud. Of course they play pre-sequel. I actually have a video essay explaining why Jack is the best playable Vault Hunter in the entire franchise. And one of my favorites to play. Less is more. Exactly. That's my personal opinion on it. Less is more. And the thing is with Borderlands 2, it would be perfectly fine if they kept the 72. I felt like the 72 level cap was perfectly fine. If they had like the Borderlands 2 skill trees, they optimized them, and then they added the augments on top of them, like, it would have been great. It would have been fantastic. Level 80 in Borderlands 4 would be kind of tragic, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, BL3 does have boring builds. I would 100% agree with that. BL3 gets a little bit too much hate. It is a little bit overhated, I will agree. But with me saying that, I still don't like the game. I think, actually, you know what? I retract everything I said. I think it's getting the perfect amount of hate. It's just not allocated to the right aspects, because people actively glaze the gameplay of Borderlands 3, even though it's pretty much the same, other than some movement abilities. Like, the gameplay is pretty, like, 1-to-1, identical. But people are treating it like it's, like, the biggest improvement in gameplay for Borderlands, which I would have a strong disagreement with. So I think people overhype the gameplay, but they do overhate the story a little bit. Because although the story is pretty bad, if the pace, yes or no, chat, I've said this like a million times. If the pacing was better in Borderlands 3, no one would give a fuck about how bad the story was. Or at least that would be my opinion. If you delete the little... Yeah, exactly. If you don't use the little DLC, then yeah, 100%. But if you want to play with people, you can't. Actually, no. Because of the little DLC, you can't access Digistruck Peak. You need to buy that DLC, so you have to be level 80. Which is so dumb. It definitely breaks some type of consumer law. I don't know which one, but it definitely does. Yeah, pre-sac was just better in my opinion. I always have more, like, better experiences on pre-sac than for BL3. Builds aren't boring in my opinion. I think the builds are more fun to play and craft than in BL2. I don't know. I think skill for skill, Borderlands 3 might be better, but I think gear potential. I think, like, what we were talking about earlier, less is more. Like, the more constricted the loot system is in the special abilities certain items do and all that stuff, it allows you to pick from a variety of different options and, like, kind of optimize your build in that fashion. But in Borderlands 3, there's just, like, so much. Another Shredifire. It's not elemental, though. Matching grip, though. Matching stock. It's not too bad. I don't know where I was going with that rant, but I think Borderlands 3 just suffers from the issue of more actually hurts the game. Yeah, I would say that easy. I would say that. Especially in its Athenian system. I still have the Handsome collection. For my PS4, but I still think even if you have like the disc or whatever, like a physical copy, you still need to have the little DLC, which again, really dumb. There's always going to be a crutch weapon no matter what. I mean, it's not even a crutch weapon. It's like it's just the overall difficulty of Borderlands 3 makes every gun kind of feel like a crutch weapon in some way, shape, or form. Like, the difficulty isn't too, like, hard. You know what I'm saying? And we've had many discussions on this. It's just like the mayhem scaling for specific things might be one of the dumbest additions to a Borderlands game of all fucking time. All time. No, I know what you're saying. In any game, there is a crutch. 100%. But in Borderlands 3, I don't feel like there's a crutch necessarily. Because like all the weapons are really, really good. Based on how Borderlands 3 system works. With difficulty. Because it gives players things to do more damage. While the difficulty is also increasing. So there's a direct relation between increasing your damage potential and increasing the difficulty, which reduces how hard the game eventually ends up being, which I find super dumb. And apparently that's why, like, for example, Flak isn't too good in comparison, because he doesn't have a lot of skills that have mayhem scaling. Which again is just another issue on it. Like the whole balance of Borderlands 3 is so wacky. There's so many wacky things about the game that just make it so goofy. I don't know. I strongly disagree. I think OP levels are better than mayhem. Obviously there were too many OP levels, but mayhem, like I said, it's just the scaling is terrible, the difficulty's not hard, and there's no progression to get to the max mayhem level. There's no progression to it. You can just go straight to 10. I don't even like the idea of I like the idea of OP 10, or not OP 10, but OP levels. I like how you have to do different pieces of difficult challenges. But I think what would make it better is, instead of making the map longer, you have like a certain mapped off section, and the challenges within that mapped off section get increasingly harder. And you can also have like different alternative map sections to give some type of variety. Like there's a lot of ways they could just make it better. Mayhem scaling was just done poorly on the number side. BL2 has had a very similar system with OP levels as your abilities for the most part. As the higher the OP level, the higher the scaling. I think Cloud Kill, I know, has that scaling, if I'm not mistaken. There are some skills that do get that scaling, but it's not to the same degree as Borderlands 3. So that's actually a great point that you mentioned, Sarah Lotus. Both games do have it, but Borderlands 3 has it to a way worse degree. I think that's a great way to put it.
Got something for ya.
You know, the loader bot is not bad. The loader bot's not bad. I actually have a video of me running that build, but don't watch it because it's absolute fucking dog shit slop. What a lie. I was watching some of my older videos I posted recently, and God, I was fucking terrible. And I thought those were like the best videos of all time. And watching them back, I'm like, oh my God, these are the worst things I've ever made in my entire life. It was actually terrible. Oh, that all the weapons are usable. But, oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. Yes. But I think they shouldn't be usable in every situation. There should be weapons that are designated to mobbing. There should be weapons that are designated to bossing. And there's some weapons that could be used for the in-between or utility and stuff like that. I don't think every weapon should fill every single role in the game, because that makes all the guns kind of feel samey, if that makes sense. Exact OP levels feel more deserved. And chaos levels are the fucking worst. Actually, Hitler level threat of fucking game design, bro. Don't even mention the chaos levels. Those are so bad. Not on any of my legit characters, because I don't have like a legit Thena or anything to use the Thunderfire or a Wilhelm. I hope it motivates you to make better videos. No, I mean, Like, if you, Chad, if you guys go back and watch my videos, bro, my old ones, like, if you watch my Overwatch ones, and then you go back and you watch, like, the Gear of Fortune or my video essays that I've done recently, night and day difference, dude. Night and day difference. There are definitely weapons that are better for each thing. Not every weapon fills a role in BL3. It's just easier to force an item to fill all the roles. Yeah, I guess that's a better way to say it than Sarah Lotus. Because, to me at least, it feels like you can just pretty much put everything on its own role. That's how that's how it feels to me. But, I guess that's another way to phrase it. You can't even get OP levels until you're level 80, so that's a long ass wait. I think that's how it should be, though. I think you should need to get to the max level before you can access the hardest content in the game. But I think the journey to getting to max level is terrible. In Borderlands 3, at least it's like not too bad. Because, like, the mayhem levels do help, I guess, with, like, XP scaling and all that stuff. So, I guess there's that, but I don't know. Well, when the Epstein file is released, then can I release the clips? Okay. Relax, boss man, relax. Ain't it stupid that there's no shotgun boosting comm? What do you mean? Yeah, no, the XP farm in BL3 is way better. 100%. Even though there's still 72 levels, it's just a lot easier. And there's also... The farming also is a lot easier for XP too. Like, both the XP scaling and also just farming for the boss for the XP in the first place is just a lot better. Zero has the sniper comm. Oh, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, no, that is a little weird. There's like an SMG comm. There's a sniper comm. There's pistol comms. AR comms. Yeah, now that you mention it, I don't know why I got in the car. This is the first time I got in the car. But yeah, there's not a dedicated shotgun comm. Yeah, that's a great point, AZ. I think the closest thing to that, I guess, is like the killer. But like that's not even supposed to be a dedicated shotgun class mod though. That's the thing. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird as hell. Well, they have a shotgun relic to compensate, but all the other weapon types have those relics too, so you can't even say that. Oh, it would 100% be broken as fuck. 100%. Damn. Alrighty, chat. You know what? We're reaching that the end of the stream here. Thank you guys for dropping by. Unfortunately, no good B shield. We keep on getting Mal 1 Bandit and then OP8, which is awesome. Just ruins my day. Other than that, probably I'll stream tomorrow. I'll stream Friday, and then depending how free the week is, next Wednesday, Overwatch stream. I don't know when I'm doing the Overwatch stream, but I'll do it soon. And the fact that the poll is really close to 50-50 for deleting my channel, it's a little crazy, but that's fine. Other than that, yeah, I appreciate you all for dropping by. 27:31 is an awkward number. Nah, that's fine. Technically, it was 27:30, but the start of the run is 27:31, so that's why we're ending it there. It was supposed to be just 27:30. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll probably just continue doing B shield farming, I guess. So yeah, have a great rest of your day, y'all.